Hello grade 12 learners, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Now I am doing the notes on the recent legislation on businesses. Recent legislation, what is the meaning of recent legislation on the business? Recent law. Legislation, it's a law. Law, it's a legislation that was established in 1994. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. We are focusing on notes chapter 1 business studies for grade 12. So guys, without wasting a lot of time, I have already covered Skills Development Act, which is SDA, on the last video. Now I am going to cover Labor Reaction Act, which is Labor Reaction Act LRA. Without wasting a lot of time, guys, don't forget that I said to you, when it comes to purposes, they will always ask you to explain or outline the act. Then, what are the purposes of Labor Reaction Act? Okay, before I start teaching, let me give you tips. Labor Reaction Act focuses on the employees and the employers, whereby Labor Reaction Act protects the employer and the employee. Labor Reaction Act protects the employees and the employers. Protects the business, protects the workers. It protects both sides. Okay, guys, it promotes the healthy relationship in the workplace, in the business. So guys, without wasting a lot of time, let me just go straight. Guys, don't forget to click the button subscribe, like and share, so that we can reach the nation. We are trying to help the nation. Purposes of Labor Reaction Act. Number 1, it provides a framework or structure of labor reaction between the employers and the employees. What I was saying, it coming back, it provides a framework or structure for labor reactions between employers and employees, whereby it provides a framework, a way of working, so that they can work hand to hand, the employer and the employee. It provides a framework or structure for labor reactions between employer and employee. Bullet point number 2. Guys, don't forget to highlight every point that I give you. Highlight and read them, guys. Watch these videos several times. Watch them as much as you want, so that you can grab the points that I am giving you in your head. Bullet point number 2 that you must take on your notes. It promotes collective bargaining at the workplace. It promotes what? Collective bargaining at the workplace. Bullet points number 3. Establish labor court and labor appeal courts. Establish what? Labor court and labor appeal courts. Bullet point number 4. It promotes simple procedures for the registration of trade union and employer organization. It promotes what? A simple procedure for the registration of trade union and the employer organization. Bullet points number 5. Don't forget that you don't grab more than 5. I want you to grab 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Don't grab more than 5. 4 or 5. Please, guys, 4 or 5. It clarifies the transfer of employment contract between the existing and new employees. Employers. As I said, it focuses on both sides, the employer and the employees. Okay, it has impact. Let us hear the impact. We have the negative impact and the positive impact. We are going to start with the positive or advantages on the impact. Number 1, I hope you are highlighting everything. Number 1, it promotes the healthy relationship between the employer and the employee. It promotes what? The healthy relationship between the employer and the employee or employees. I hope you are grabbing what I am saying. It promotes, those are the positive impacts or the advantage of LRA, Labor Reaction Act. It promotes the healthy relationship between the employer and the employees. Number 2, protect the right of the business in labor-related issues. It protects what? The rights of the business in labor-related issues. Number 3, labor disputes are selected quick and are less expensive. Then let us go to the negative impact of LRA, Labor Reaction Act. Productivity may decrease if employees are allowed to participate in the activities of trade union during work hours. Because you know that, let's say you are working for 8 hours a day, and then they will say, let's say you get at work around 8, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. By 3 o'clock you must knock off, and then that day they say Labor Reaction Act need you, and then you will knock off around 2 o'clock. So that means the productivity will decrease. So productivity may decrease if employees are allowed to participate or attend the activities of trade union during working hours. Cost of labor increases because of large strikes. The more you strike is the more the costs increase for what? Labor. Cost of labor increases because of what? Large strikes. Cost of labor increases because of what? Legal strikes. So what that means, whenever there will be a legal strike, the cost of labor is going to increase. We move forward to the last point. I only require you to grab 3 points, 3 points. On the impacts, I want you to grab 3 of the positive, 3 of the negative. Then bullet point number 3 on the negative, which is, but when we count from the positive, it will be bullet points number 6. Reduced global competitiveness due to the lower productivity. Remember that I said if they allow employees to participate in the trade union activities during the working hours, the productivity will decrease. And then this one, it says, these are the negative. It says reduce the global competitiveness due to lower productivity. They are no longer going to to be a competitive or a global competitive business because of what? The productivity is low or is decreasing. Discriminatory action according to the LRA, which is Labor Reaction Act, unfairly dismissal of employees. That's a discriminatory if ever the business or the employer will dismiss an employee unfairly or illegally. Then the other discriminatory, preventing employees from joining the trade union. Preventing the employees from joining the trade union. That means the employees must join the trade union on their own choice. Not allowing employees to take part in legal strikes. That's the employee's right. I'm not saying when you get a job, go and go and do strikes. I am simply saying on legal strike, because they will dismiss you and then you will say, there's this teacher on YouTube who said that we can participate in strikes. I said legal strikes. I did not say illegal strikes. Then we move forward. There are penalties. What are the penalties of LRA, Labor Reaction Act? Business must allow employees to participate in legal strikes. Number 2, employees should not be unfairly dismissed. That one is very important. Being dismissed unfairly, they are going to face a very heavy penalties. Then now I am going to the right of employers and employees according to what Labor Reaction Act. Number 1, I will start off the rights of the employer. Employers have the right to lock out employees who engaged in illegally strikes. Do you still remember when I said legal, not illegal? Whenever you got involved in illegal strikes, they can unlock you. The employer have a right to unlock you. Form employer organization. The employer have a right to form employer organization that will represent him. Ankiri, you have been represented by labor. Then they also have a right to, you are represented by a labor, which is a trade union. You are in your trade union that is representing you. They also have a right to form an organization that is going to represent them. I hope you understand. Then we move to the last one. We are done with Labor Reaction Act. We are done with LRA. We move to the last one. Rights of employees. Employees may join a trade union of their own choice. That means you have a right to join a trade union. Number 2, request trade union to represent or request a representative to represent employees in the disciplinary hearing. Let's say you were engaged in illegal strikes. Then they take you to a disciplinary hearing. They must not fire you just like that. That's unfairly dismissal, because you must first go to the disciplinary hearing before being fired, and they must give you a warning before going to the disciplinary hearing. Those are your rights. Those are business rights. Those are South African rights. Those are the employees' rights. Those are the employer's right, what I am teaching. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that you can get more videos related to schoolwork. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best in your schoolwork. We covered the purpose of the skills. We covered the purpose of Labor Reaction Act. We covered the impact of Labor Reaction Act on the business, which is negative and positive. We covered the discriminatory action according to Labor Reaction Act. We covered the penalties for non-compliance with the Labor Reaction Act. We covered the right of employees and employers to, according to Labor Reaction Act. That means we are done with Labor Reaction Act.